I can always moan.
You could not.
Your leg broke.
Hiya! God damn it. Hiya! Hiya! Oh. You need you to stop.
Harder!
You do harder! I am pot sticker. You get feeling?
Oh my god, I need you to
Alright, guys, get serious.
We are serious.
Where's my vape? I'm too sober for this.
Welcome
To another episode of the Ginger Force Apocalypse Podcast, GFAP. I'm one of your hosts, Britt Rochelle.
And I'm the other, Muffin.
And we're a little bit at odds this here beginning episode of GFAP. So fun fact, Josh and I, Muffin, are the same age.
Oof.
And I have just explained to him what the Dewey Decimal System is.
They don't care.
What? Why did you
They
pick
don't
that
care.
up now?
Because that's why part of the reason we're dying laughing. It has nothing to do with any other inappropriate sounds that we're
No, none at all.
recording.
No pot stickers.
I mean, pot stickers sound pretty good, though. Ooh, got chicken coming.
Chicken.
Anyways, has anything other than my disappointment in you changed since the last recording of GFAP?
No, I think you're still disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's okay. It's a mutual disappointment. I'm sure.
I'm not disappointed in you. I can't be disappointed if it's just no standards.
Oh, wow. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to be inconsolable for the next 2 to 10 business days.
That's fine. You'll cry about it later.
I will.
Especially on Oh Dear.
Oh my gosh, that's still going to be fun. I'm still excited for that. But no, so here on GFAP, we've been talking about lawsuits a lot, and I came across a really interesting one as I was looking through news articles to go over. And this one caught my eye because the headline really says it all. This is from PC Gamer. It says, "You can't sue us for making games too entertaining," says major game developers in a response to addiction lawsuits. Looks like Microsoft, Rockstar, Epic, and others are being sued for addictive psychological features in games like Minecraft, GTA 5, and Fortnite.
I still will never understand how somebody gets addicted to Fortnite. It's not a good game.
I don't know.
It is the worst game possible.
Our HR lady disagrees. It does say, as well, a string of 6 video game addiction lawsuits have recently been filed against Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard, Roblox, Epic Games, Rockstar, and other major game developers and publishers. The complaints, which were all submitted to courts within the past 12 months, claim that game developers are intentionally making players addicted to their games. As part of a motion filed this month to dismiss one of the complaints, that of an Arkansas woman and her son, the targeted game developers called it an attack on the First Amendment rights of video game creators.
Why does everything have to be about rights?
Okay, I'm just gonna
This is America.
say, guys, I don't think any of these games are addicting.
I mean, Minecraft is fun.
I enjoy it.
Grand Theft Auto is
Oh,
I
fun.
will not play Minecraft alone again.
Okay, hang on,
I will play with my friends, and I will have fun with my friends. I can't play Minecraft alone anymore.
No, I used to in high school. I used to as well, but I actually do agree with that sentiment.
Weak.
I'm sorry, but let me finish this because this is going to be an interesting topic of conversation. So the Arkansas lawsuit alleges that Roblox, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, and other popular games use addictive psychological features to hook the son starting when he was 12 years old. Now 21, he currently spends $350 a month on games, dropped out of school, has been diagnosed with major depressive disorder and anxiety, and has experienced withdrawal symptoms such as rage, anger, and physical outbursts, according to the suit. It also alleges that the mother could not regulate her son's gaming because she feared him as a result of the outbursts. The complaint says that the game developers are liable for defective and negligent designs that take advantage of the chemical reward system of a user's brain, especially a minor, to create addictive engagement, compulsive use, and additional mental and physical harm, as well as a failure to warn users of the risk of addiction.
Okay, so you know that whole terms and conditions that everybody signs when they play a new video game? It's the first thing that pops up. All of this is listed in the terms and conditions.
If only it knew how to read.
Honestly, the mother just needs to know how to slap a child.
Exactly.
Yes, this is not a fault.
This is not a game's fault.
This is not the fault
I hate companies as much as the next
We have talked
person.
so much smack on companies on this show.
I absolutely
so
hate
much.
gaming companies.
But this is not a fault of the gaming companies.
No, this is a fault of bad parenting.
This is bad
Yes.
parenting.
You know what happened when I played video games too long? Router got unplugged.
You know what happened when I played it for too long? 6 brothers jumped me.
My station, I've had my Nintendo DS confiscated from me when,
Yeah.
it happens.
You just need to be better as a parent.
I also got the belt.
Right.
It's called the belt for a reason. That guy, your
Hell,
dad.
you got the belt. I got the kitchen utensils, extension cords.
Uh-huh.
The
I
belt
got
is
psychological
the
damage.
legendary one. He came up with the belt and was like. My mother was the proof that heat-seeking was inside the slipper.
See,
Or the shoe.
The chancla.
La chancla. No, yeah. Corporal punishment on little girls is a little bit more frowned upon than with boys. But man, our mom's good at psychological damage.
Yeah. Congratulations.
But no, if I were again, this is America. The judges, the lawyers, the justice system, they have to look over both parties equally and see if there's a case here. But admittedly, if I were the judge on this case, I would throw this out. I want to see this on Judge Judy. I really do. I want to see, one of them TV judges handle this, because this is not a case to be taken seriously.
It would be like one of those, it has to be funny for it to be there type thing. But, anybody that has ADHD or some sort of fixation, not even going to call it a disorder, but, that's part of their personality.
Yeah.
You get into a routine of things, video games becomes one of them, you're stuck playing the video games because it's part of your routine. Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I would go to school, come home, play video games. Sleep, wake up, go to school, work out, do my whole school thing, and then after school do the exact same thing. That rotated out of all 4 years of high school. Mm-hmm. My mom had an issue with it. Every single time I turned on the Xbox, she'd be like, again? Freaking out. Mm-hmm. Didn't need to have a lawsuit about it.
That's what I didn't like about... Honestly, that's what I didn't like about my mother.
Yeah.
she was weird about how she did things.
Yeah.
I mean, when it came down to punish you, she punished you. She punished you correctly.
Yeah.
But, psychological punishment is always much worse than physical. Mm-hmm. Because physically, eventually you grow strong enough to, stop being physically punished. Mm-hmm. Psychological stuff just sticks on you.
Oh, forever. You gotta go to therapy for that shit.
That's why I was never a fan of parents doing psychological punishment. I was always a fan of them giving their kid a good fucking slap on the butt.
Yep.
Not on the face.
Yep,
Sometimes you slap their hands. Sometimes you smack their ass.
Physical consequences for physical mistakes. Again, if you've got a kid running out into traffic, you're not gonna politely ask them to come back. You're gonna yank them by the arm so they don't get hit.
Or if your kid does something like what happened to my sister. If your kid starts screaming, "Help! I've been kidnapped," to their mother.
That has not kidnapped them, by the way.
That has not kidnapped them, by the way. You gotta start teaching that child some form of a lesson, because holy crap.
You can't lie about stuff like that. Those have real, actual consequences.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, this whole case, this is just bad parenting. This is not, even that, it's just a lack of teaching your kids to self-regulate, too, because I understand it with things like ADHD and ADD and other, personality quirks and disorders, it can be hard to regulate, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
It gives a disservice to the people who have those. they have ADD. They can't handle themselves. Like, no, they can. It might be hard, but they can. if you see your child, like, say, with me, I used to play, like, Minecraft 6 hours a night, and then I'd freak out because I wasn't ready for my history test. Like, maybe I wouldn't be so nervous about this history test.
If you only played for 3 hours.
Yeah. If I'd only played for 3 hours and spent the other 3 hours studying. Wow. Might fix things. I'm just going to skim through, see.
I wonder if this Karen understands that not everything can be solved by lawsuits.
I mean, I support her right to sue them, but I'm exercising my freedom of speech right to tell her that she's dumb.
I do not support her in any of her decisions.
I don't support her in any of this ways. I support Karen's existing as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Just for a meme factor.
I'm pro Karen,
no,
but
you need somebody to bitch at somebody.
See,
if we all just passively become asshole, if we all passively do things passively, people can,
well, again, it's one of those,
like major companies can just walk all over us.
I think
you need somebody who's going to yell, even if they look stupid.
I think
that's what matters.
Forgive me if I'm wrong in this, but I think it was Voltaire who said something to the tune of, I do not agree with what you're saying, but I agree with your right to say it. She has every right to sue these companies, as much as that judge is going to have every right to say, you have no case, dismissed, get out of my courtroom.
No right.
Yeah.
None. Like, it even says right here, if we scroll back up here. I saw it. Here it is. They also say that the plaintiff failed to clearly establish what features of the game specifically caused harm and how.
Well, yeah, they have no case. Even the games that they're suggesting, like Roblox and Minecraft, I don't know a lot about Roblox.
It's like Minecraft.
Okay, then I'm on the right track then. Those I can kind of see, like, okay, they're similar, you can lump those together. But like with Minecraft and Fortnite, those are not even close to the same game.
Well,
so you gotta
Fortnite is just Minecraft with guns.
Okay, fair enough. But my point is, I guess, is there has to be a combining factor. There has to be, hey, it's like these string of things are making kids sick. Let's see the combining factors that's making kids sick. There is no combining factor. They're just fun games, and you don't know how to parent your kid.
Yeah. Just do better, Karen.
I just want to, like, some commonly criticized aspects of modern games come up, such as predatory monetization. Everything does that, not just video games. And
oh no, microtransactions. Scary.
Deceptive UI tricks called dark patterns, but many of the complaints relate to aspects of games we'd consider normal or positive. Call of Duty, for instance, is criticized for rewarding players with gun and attachment unlocks, which the suit calls a form of operant conditioning, as well as for featuring fast-paced play, satisfying graphics, sounds, and other dopamine lifts. It sounds like this mom just figured out what video games are.
Yeah.
Like,
see, this is what I don't like about video games. They always encourage the male fantasy.
See,
you seen that meme, Josh?
I love that meme.
I love that meme.
I love that meme.
It's just some guy having fun on Minecraft.
Some guy having fun playing Minecraft or something.
Right? No, I love that meme. But, yeah, that's like saying games are addicting because they give you an incentive to win.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sue Don't Nod for Life is Strange because I played that game for hours because that had a compelling storyline.
Games like
I'm gonna sue Naughty Dog because the Jack series was good.
Right.
About games like Call of Duty and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It actually gave me an encouragement to want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I played.
God forbid you go for attachments. The challenge is, oh man, hyper fixated. Now it's a lawsuit.
Oh my god. No, in multiplayer games, victory, it definitely encouraged me to want to win. It gave me a competitive spirit to real life.
Mm-hmm.
Because gaming does that. It does change how you react to things. It kind of gives you a little simulation of how it would work out. Sometimes it's over-exaggerated, like when you punch a guy and he explodes. But I feel like we all know that will not happen.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think little Timmy goes, oh.
I can punch him and he will explode.
I mean, I could see how that could be translated on the playground. Like if, little Timmy goes to Johnny and goes, punch, now you're dead, explode, blah. But it's not going to happen. It's easily testable.
My little cousin played Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He straight up.
Just walloped somebody.
He fought one of the bigger kids, one of those held back kids in his school. And he Shadoukened him and Hadoukened him.
That's brilliant.
He got into a fight with that kid, and those were the two things. Gave him the good old uppercut. Shadouken! One into the air. Kid fell flat on his ass. Like, he hopped off the ground a little. Fell flat on his ass. The freaking... Then my cousin just sprinted. Just gone. Ran for it. Ran up to my brother and was like, hide me. Teachers are like, what the hell? Where is this guy? And my brother's like, he's right here. He's like, betrayed!
What a dick!
Betrayal.
But you gotta get in trouble. You can't just go around decking everybody in the face.
That's fair.
But if you're doing Street Fighter moves, you
If you're doing
can.
Street Fighter moves, I probably would have encouraged it.
If both kids are doing Street Fighter moves, yes, but you can't just be like, hey, what's up, Timmy? Hadouken!
Okay, fine. We'll play it with Halo rules. Oddball.
That's the
And then
problem.
teabag him.
Exactly.
My cousin knew Street Fighter moves. The other guy didn't know any fighting style.
No, he did know a style. It's called lose.
Lose. It's called turtleback. It's where you fall on your back and you panic.
It's called, there were 2 hits in that fight.
They can't get a hold of you. Both your arms are moving.
There were 2 hits in that fight. That kid hitting the kid, and then the kid hitting the floor. Alright, so yeah, this is not going to go anywhere.
No.
No, this is...
The way I was going to go is into Laughing Matters.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the memes about this one. This was an interesting thing I came across of. So we've talked a bit about AI and technology, biotech, and stuff like that. So it looks like the first human patient to receive a Neuralink brain implant used it to the best way he could think of, to play Civilization 6 all night. Like, literal all-nighter. What do you think about that?
I think Civilization 6 would have to be a decent game for him to play it like that much.
Mm-hmm.
But
It is kind of weird that he chose Civilization.
Yeah.
But I guess I understand it. It's like, it's more of a strategy-based thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I could imagine him just, I don't know, strategizing more.
Well,
It'd be kind of weird to react in a game like Mario Kart.
Well, in the article, it says that, well, he is a quadriplegic, so he has no use below, his neck, can't use his arms or anything.
oh darn.
And,
Meals on wheels.
and so he, I guess he'd been really wanting to play, he likes video games and the idea of them. Actually, let me take a look if it says how long he's been, let's see, live stream. And it doesn't really go into his background. I'm sure we could find it, but the point is he'd been wanting to play Civ 6, and he tried, say, having his friend do it for him and have him just tell him what to do, but that doesn't always work with a game like Civilization.
Mm-hmm.
It is very intense, not super fast-paced, but, you want to make your decisions in a reasonable amount of time. And it's just, the two found it extremely untenable to play that way, so... Yeah, I mean, if there's a game I've been wanting to play and I physically can't move, I physically can't do it and I get the opportunity to do it, hell yeah, I'm doing it to stay up all night.
Which game, if you could do the Neuralink with your mind, what game would you choose?
Minecraft.
Really?
I have so many thoughts of stuff that I want to make, and if I could just make it in Minecraft, just
In your mind?
sitting here, yeah,
With your mind in Minecraft?
yeah.
Well, it still
That's
works
so
like
mindful.
it still works like the normal game. The way he describes it is that he's using the force on the cursor, because with that Neuralink implant, he doesn't have to move a mouse physically. He just kind of looks at the screen and he can direct where stuff goes and what happens. That's awesome.
I don't see any reason why I would not choose Minecraft though. That'd be pretty cool.
There was a woman who she played things like I think it was Elden Ring. It was Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3. She did it by singing. She used her singing voice to do the moves and stuff.
I've heard of that. That's wild.
It's pretty freaky.
I've seen somebody play Call of Duty with a recorder. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
He'd like do a really high pitch whistle and he'd shoot. Low pitch is zoom in.
Oh, nice. Huh. Let's see.
How do you run? You just go.
I think so. I don't.
That sounds freaky.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's Arbog explained that he had largely given up on playing Civ 6 prior to having the surgeries. He needed complete help from a friend in order to play, and the time-intensive nature of the game had made prolonged play sessions untenable. So, yeah, it says the 29-year-old also revealed in a subsequent Neuralink presentation posted to X, Twitter, that the implant had allowed him to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe using neurosignals decoded by the BCI tech. Playing Mario Kart and coming in second repeatedly blew my mind. Didn't think that would be possible. Like a week into using it, that was freaking wild. Even though my dad and my buddy wouldn't let me win. You know, I think that's
I wouldn't
fair.
let him win either.
No!
Fuck.
You have a brain chip!
Yeah. Do it yourself. Win. Cheat.
It just makes you wonder what else you'll be able to do with it in the future. I don't think I'll ever get that. That Neuralink thing.
Well, let's also emphasize that he had suffered no cognitive impairments. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for
brain
him.
links.
But
Yeah.
How do we know? I mean, he's already impaired.
How dare you? Canceled.
He's not wrong, though.
Thank
What is he going to
you.
know? What's wrong?
Yeah, what's the difference in it? I mean,
At what point does the...
does it replace one of the continents that are already gone?
Well, it looks like they're using...
What's he going to do? Stand up and kick their ass?
Maybe eventually they're using... So, hear me out.
What's he going to do? Flip him off? He can't use his arms. He's just...
Well, that's why he's got to use his cunning wit. But also...
And now that he has the chip, the robot he can control.
Oh my god, he could be a Gundam.
Autobots, roll out.
He could be the first active Gundam.
Oh my god.
But
no, he's David from Cyberpunk.
He's Pacific Rim. They control the robots with just
The
their
Neuralink.
mind. Neurolinking.
The neural handshake. It's successful.
But jokes aside, I guess he's volunteered himself for kind of like an experiment, because I guess the goal for this brain chip, it would be to shunt signals directly from a patient's motor cortex to a relevant part of the body in order to bypass sections of damaged spine and restore mobility to less paralysis.
Yeah.
They're literally trying to do mind over matter with
That would be really cool.
fighting his paralysis, yeah.
You know, I never actually support things like this,
No.
to be honest, especially when they first come out.
Oh,
Or
no.
like, anything that involves your brain and stuff like that has always been like, yeah, maybe we should just stay away from fucking with the human brain.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
But when you're a quadriplegic,
What's the worst that can happen?
what's the literal worst that could happen? I would never deny a quadriplegic of anything. If he said, "Let me punch you in the dick," there is no other choice.
I guess that's what's happening.
This is the first time that I've moved my arm since I was 19.
He's like,
Please.
this is the first time I'm allowed to move my arm, and I want to punch you in the dick. I'm like, well, punch it.
There you
It's
go.
yours. And then he stands up and runs away, and I'm like, you fucking liar!
But see, if he is quadriplegic and he has been
Give
paralyzed
him the chance if that's what he wants
for
to
a
try.
while, though, he already has muscle decay. So what is...
Yeah, that is the
Yeah,
other...
no, let him do it.
Mhm.
I'm okay with it, honestly.
I mean, if he's been going through, like, physical... You can do physical therapy to where you can keep your muscle tone and stuff like that. People just have to move the muscles and work them for you, pretty much, so you don't
Let's
go
scroll up and look at
stagnant.
him, though. Because I don't think that anybody has done that. Look how thick his neck is, and look how small the shoulder is. You can see a dip. That is a shoulder bone right there.
That is his shoulder bone.
Yeah.
He is...
Muscle decay is actually a very brutal thing.
Oh, I believe it.
He is skinny mini.
Yeah.
Itty bitty.
He's a skinny boy.
If we hit play and rewind it a little bit, it actually shows a body shot of him.
Let's watch this for a little bit. Like, why not?
But it's 5 hours long.
It's 5 minutes long.
45 minutes.
60 hours.
About as long as that lawsuit's going to stay in the court.
First human recipient of a Neuralink brain implant has shared new details on his recovery and experience of living with the experimental assistive tech. It has allowed him a greater level of freedom and autonomy, including the ability to pull an all-nighter playing Civ was then recovering well. Musk also indicated that the implant was functioning well and had detected a promising neuron spike. In a subsequent February update, Musk commented that the patient had seemingly made a full recovery and was even able to use the implant to manipulate a computer cursor with thought alone. And on March 20th, Neuralink shared a
Yeah, look how tiny his arms are.
9-year-old implant recipient, used the technology to play a digital version of chess while discussing how living with the experimental aid had changed his life. Arbaugh explained, "It was like using the force on the cursor, and I could get it to move wherever I wanted, just stare somewhere at the screen, and it would move where I wanted it to. It was such a wild experience."
His brain power's got to be like exponential at this point with the amount of stuff he's going to be doing.
Below the shoulders after sustaining a spinal
You focus in your brain ain't that hard, but
I know, but like imagine.
volunteered for the trial out of an urge to be a part of something that he felt could change the world. Arbaugh also revealed that the implant had given him the freedom to pull an all-nighter playing the strategy game Civilization 6, something that he could not have done on his own before the surgery. Arbaugh said to Neuralink scientist Liz Chapman, "One of the first times you all gave me full control over this Neuralink tech, I actually stayed up until like 6 a.m. playing Civilization 6. It was worth it. I think this is the best way to put it. It was awesome. Now I can literally just lie in bed and play to my heart's content. Honestly, the biggest restriction at this point was having to wait for the implant to charge once I had used it. You may be wondering
Okay,
how the brain
that makes
implant is
sense.
charged. I did. It's charged wirelessly. The 29-year-old also revealed that the implant had allowed him to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He said, "Playing Mario Kart and coming in second repeatedly blew my mind. I didn't think that would be possible, like a week into using it. That was freaking wild, even though my dad and my buddy wouldn't let me win." Neuralink was founded by Elon Musk and a handful of scientists and engineers in 2016 with a goal to create a brain-computer interface, BCI, that could one day be used to, quote, "restore autonomy to those with unmet medical needs."
Yeah.
The problem I have with it,
Uh-huh.
it's something I'd have to probably look into more
Fair
to
enough.
understand, but I kind of wondering what the decay of the battery is inside those things. Like,
Yeah.
would it eventually, because the body does reject things
Yes.
from your body.
Very much so.
So I guess
would try
the implanting of itself is fine, but like it has batteries in it and
The
such.
upkeep. Yeah, it would have to be
It's the ribbon wire itself is inserted into the cranium.
Mhm.
The Neuralink itself is set on the outside, closer towards the end of the skin. So the battery part, they could probably just slice open the skin,
just slice open and
pop
take it
out,
out in
put a
case
new
if
one.
if it got compromised.
right? And even if the body rejects it, there's only so far that it could reject.
That's
Because
fair.
if
And there's-
the
and-
ribbon
like
cable,
I said, I probably have to
Well-
look into it a little further to understand it.
And I completely encourage that. It just makes me think of like cochlear implants for deaf people. It's like a similar concept, except it's just focusing on a different part of the brain.
yeah,
Because the cochlear implants, they're not fixing like the cilia in your ear, because that's usually the cause of deafness. It's either like neurological or some kind, or like the cilia in your ear that catches brain or like sound waves. Like I think it's they either go missing, or I think they have to be a certain amount of like flexibility, and if they become too rigid, they just won't work. So they kind of receive those signals electronically instead of, you know know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not great at explaining it, but I do understand the general concept. So yeah, and there's a lot of like tests that go on beforehand, like a knee replacement can be rejected by the body
Yeah.
too. So there's a lot of like tests, and I'm sure I would hope there's like extensive research done before doing any like major surgery like this.
I personally would do it.
I wouldn't.
It's technology.
I know we've discussed this. You're a tech geek, and that's great, and I love that for you.
And we need that from you.
And you would be a good, primary source for that kind of experience. Oh my God, you meant Neuralink with VR,
Haha, I could just stand there.
right? Just sit there. Oh my God, you need one of those chairs like in WALL-E.
Oh, like the fat people.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Just lay there.
And a robot that does everything for you.
Yes.
Just by looking at stuff.
I'm sure.
You look at stuff, giant robot.
Does everything.
Grabs it. Looks like Morgan Pie.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Anyways, let's see what we got going here. Let's see. Embracer has sold Gearbox and Borderlands to Take-Two for $460 million.
Wow.
Yep. So,
Who's Embracer?
I don't know. Let's see. Embracer. It looks. Let's read and find out. So, troubled gaming conglomerate Embracer announced Thursday that it has agreed to sell Gearbox Entertainment, the studio behind the Borderlands games, to Grand Theft Auto publisher Take-Two for $460 million. Let's see. The deal makes a lot of sense. Take-Two has been the publisher for Borderlands through its 2K Games label since long before Gearbox was acquired by Embracer in 2021. In its press release, 2K said the next Borderlands game was in active development at Gearbox. As part of the deal, Take-Two acquires the Borderlands franchise and its spin-off series, Tiny Tina's Wonderland, as well as the Homeworld, Risk of Rain, Brothers in Arms, and the Duke Nukem series. Studios acquired by Take-Two are the Gearbox software mothership in Frisco, Texas, as well as Gearbox Montreal and Gearbox Studio Quebec. Looks like Embracer's, the parent company to Gearbox. So, it doesn't look like anything's going to change in the games. It's just changing ownership because Take-Two's already the publisher. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of times that people say that's just the minor changes. They kind of did the same thing with Destiny 2. Sony bought out a massive portion of the Bungie Studios that handles Destiny 2 and all of their content. And within the following month, Destiny 2 had greater microtransactions, a lot more paywalled stuff, and a lot of like time-gated things. And it still persists to this day. That's why now it's a lot of everyone's trying to play.
Studio Puppy's dreaming.
Everyone's trying to play like fix the problem real quick, you know? I personally don't think that that's going to be an issue for Gearbox or Embracer or anything like that. But then again, I don't necessarily play Borderlands that much, nor have I played Take-Two. So...
Take-Two's the publisher.
No, It Takes Two. That's the game.
Yeah, totally different thing.
Never mind.
That's all good.
It's Take-Two.
It Takes Two is the...
Like the Tango?
No.
No,
yes, but no.
Yeah, It Takes Two is that game a lot of couples play because it plays... It's every woman's fantasy, being a married couple on the verge of divorce.
Being turned into puppets by a witch.
Their child. It's their child that does it. But
yeah. Nothing's more powerful than a child's wish.
Man.
Especially
except for an Apache
kids,
helicopter. Apache helicopters have machine guns and missile launchers.
I identify as an Apache helicopter.
Maybe we move on from this. So, there's layouts. Gearbox seems to be a failing company, so they're getting rid of their stuff and laying people off.
Valid.
Fair enough.
What is next on the agenda?
Microsoft is planning a digital-only Xbox Series X.
We have said this numerous times. We don't need digital content anymore.
And even if we do, that's what the Series S was for, I thought.
Yes.
That's the digital console.
It was a 1 terabyte, had roughly about the same computing speed as the Series X. Maybe just slightly slower, but you're playing digital games. You don't need top tier quality stuff for everything digital.
No, I think I have a Series S. I haven't played it a whole lot, but what I have played, I've had no issues with. I like it fine.
Like, the only reason I would get a Series X is because of the disc drive. And because it's next gen. I have an S series. I hardly touch it because it's digital. Yeah. I'm still playing on the 1S, which is old. Because it has a disc drive. I have more discs than I do digital. We don't like the whole everything is digital now. Anticipated a release in 2028. And it is planned to have no disc drives altogether.
Yeah, it says here that this is coming from Insider Gaming. The rumored console could suggest that Microsoft is planning a mid-generation refresh of the console, somewhat similar to how Sony is planning a detachable disc drive version on the PlayStation 5.
That's retarded.
That's pretty dumb. It's the same thing. So Sony has the PlayStation 5 that does digital and disc, and then there's digital version, which is just digital, no disc drive. What's the point of the detachable?
You know what's
going
to happen though? Once everything decides to go digital? Hey guys, there's this new item and accessory. It's called the DVD drive. We're going to sell it to you for $92.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
And it's going to be a Blu-ray DVD disc that you just plug into a Lightning 3.0 port in the back of the console.
You're saying they're going to cycle things?
Yeah.
Like they've been doing this whole time?
They did that with the Xbox 360.
What?
They had a separate Blu-ray drive that you would plug in.
That's so crazy. Gaming companies would definitely not cycle through their prominent features just so they could make more money off of their fans.
No, why would they?
Never, ever.
How dare us think that and assume otherwise? I just know what's going to happen, though.
Yeah. So, April's coming up.
What?
So you know what that means.
420!
All you stoners.
Call of Duty 420 event brings Cheech and Chong, a stone sloth, and weed-themed bundles. So if you're into Call of Duty and you're 420 friendly, I think this will be something you're really interested in. Oh wow, those are really good.
It's almost like they just love microtransactions.
They do love their microtransactions, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been following Cheech and Chong on their socials, and they've been on it with like the marketing. They just came out with their own like gummies. Now they're doing this stuff. It says Call of Duty's upcoming Season 3 update will have a variety of 420 themed content, as it's been announced, including Cheech and Chong operators and an event called Blaze Up. The legendary stoners Cheech and Chong are coming to Call of Duty Warzone, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone Mobile in a DLC bundle, and they're voiced by Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong themselves. The Stoner Comedy Legends will be available to buy in a tracer pack that also comes with 3 weapon blueprints, a sticker, a large decal, a loading screen, and the secondhand smoke finishing move. That sounds pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Does he just breathe on the guy and the guy dies?
That's a good question. I guess we'll find out. Continuing the stoner theme, Modern Warfare 3 will have a new event called Blaze Up that promises exclusively dank rewards. Activision warned fans that this event may cause the munchies. In Warzone, players can try out a mode called High Trip. This is a limited time event that has players collecting gummies to sharpen their senses and smoke out the competition. There's also a bundle called Stony Sloth coming to Call of Duty in Season 3. A teaser image shows a sloth with bloodshot eyes and marijuana leaves covering his body. Yeah, they're going all out for this 420. I don't know. I don't really associate Call of Duty fans with being stoners, but maybe...
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
If you play any sort of Warzone, all you hear is bong rip after bong rip.
Oh no, that seems like a lot.
And people will claim that it's not addictive.
Well, if they're really... I think they're going to be... They're going to be happy with this then. That's just... I'm not going to lie, I didn't see the connection, but now that you've explained it to me, this sounds like a match made in heaven. I think Call of Duty streamers and gamers everywhere are going to be jumping on this.
Yeah. Anybody that smokes will be buying this day one. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I think they'll be a little slower.
Yeah, whoa, man. They've got 420. Huh?
I'm gonna buy this tomorrow.
Oh my god! I can't believe this is happening!
You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
No. You enjoy whatever you enjoy responsibly, y'all.
Yeah, just don't do it on stream.
Yeah, don't do it on stream, and we're not telling you not to do it, but we're not encouraging you to do it either. You do your...
I'm telling you not to do it.
Do your thing. Here's something that excites me to no one's surprise. Spyro the Dragon 4 might actually be in development. This time.
Go on.
Well, I was just watching a video on this yesterday, so people have been talking about it. This internet video game person, Canadian guy, who's a well-known Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot YouTuber, is claiming in a new video that Spyro the Dragon 4 is the title in the rumored deal Toys for Bob signed with Xbox Publishing. Poster Nick Reese on the forum Recipient, no affiliation with Xbox Era, has broken down Canadian Guy A's video Spyro 4 now in development on YouTube. So he went to, what was it, PAX East in Boston, this is a game convention. I guess it's like a mini E3, and we've talked about that before on the channel.
Yeah, we need E3 back.
A lot of developers swing by, they show off the new games that they're making. It says he talks to some developers. He told them, hey, we've heard some stuff about Spyro 2 or Spyro 4, and one person in particular heard things that matched up with what he'd heard before. On Saturday, an article by Jez said that Toys for Bob had worked out a deal with Microsoft to work on their first new independent game that is similar to their previous games, which was a quote by Xbox's Matt Booty.
Good old Matt Booty.
Canadian Guy A is claiming that he's heard about this before the article dropped. And after the article, he talked to these people at PAX again, and now that the article is out, one of those people confirmed to him that Spyro the Dragon 4 is in active development since January 2024.
Wow.
Which means that stuff... I've talked about the tweet saying something's coming.
Yeah, actually in January.
Yep, so it sounds like someone just jumped the gun as to when the release date would be. So... I'm excited. I want to see what they would do with my little dude.
Well, they also do mention the teaser down at the bottom.
What's that? Oh, let's see. Toys for Bob blog. They announced February 29th, 2024, Toys for Bob is going indie. Let's see. We pioneered new IP and hardware technologies in Skylanders, raised the bar for best-in-class remasters in Spyro Reignited Trilogy. With the same enthusiasm and passion, now's the time to take the studio and future games to the next level. This opportunity allows us to return to our roots of being a small and nimble studio. It says, keep your horns on and eyes out for more news. Thank you to our community of players, and for always supporting us through our journey. We can't wait to share updates on our new adventures as an indie studio. Yep. It says, keep your horns on.
You're very excited about this.
I'm very excited. I do find it interesting that it's for Xbox, though, because Spyro the Dragon used to be exclusively... Like, when it came out, it was a PlayStation exclusive.
Well, they have been swapping both Xbox and PlayStation game, like, exclusivity between both consoles, so...
Yep. So...
It's a possibility.
Even if it's an Xbox exclusive, then I'm just picked a really good period of time to own an Xbox, because... I think a new Spyro game would be extremely novel and awesome. I still want to play the Elijah Wood trilogy, but I want a continuation.
It's really good. I like that one, actually.
Okay, good. But yeah, I've played all three Spyro games, the original ones, ad nauseum, and they're so much fun, and they do have cute stories, but I was a bit jealous when Crash Bandicoot got It's About Time, which was his fourth game. I'm like, where's Spyro's?
Gone. Non-existent.
It's in development. Hopefully. I can't wait to see more news.
We'll see the game come out in the next 3 years.
Hopefully. Maybe next year. I'd give it till late next year. I don't know.
Are you looking for another Cyberpunk failure?
I seriously
It's Spyro the Dragon.
Do that with Spyro.
Spyro is a platformer. If they fuck up Spyro the Dragon, then that's just bad on Toys for Bob, because they do have a reputation for caring about the games they put out and the IP.
Okay.
I thought they did. Am I wrong on that?
Nope.
So if they fuck up Spyro, I don't like. I mean, I wasn't a fan of his redesign in Skylanders, but in terms of the Reignited trilogy, I thought they did a good job.
I never played Skylanders.
I never did either. I got turned off because of the what?
He did.
How was Skylanders?
It's great for kids.
Yay! Again, I'm not a fan of what they did with his redesign in Skylanders. That is a big part of why I didn't play the game. But in terms of the
only thing I hated about Skylanders was I had the Wii version, so it didn't have a plug-in. It didn't plug into the Wii, so you had to use batteries. You had to use batteries on the portal that you put all of your pieces on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a poor family, so I didn't have a lot of batteries.
Fair enough.
The batteries died quickly.
Tracks.
That's when you just solder a broken plug, positive to positive, ground to negative, and then plug it in. Infinite power.
Because he would have a soldering gun when he didn't have
Fucking
batteries.
Geek.
He doesn't have batteries, but he's just got a soldering gun.
You
on
would be
hand.
surprised.
I'm fair enough.
More people have a lot of things that nobody understands.
That's fair. I mean, your dad was an inventor, so it wouldn't be beyond him to have something like that, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Touche. I have been served.
Yeah, indeed you have.
All right. So this is an interesting one. A lot of people will be concerned. We don't really follow this streamer. He's huge on the Twitch platform. Ninja. I don't know anything about the guy.
Can you guess for what game?
Is it Fortnite?
It is Fortnite.
Right.
The worst game to exist. HR does not like it.
So Twitch's biggest streamer, Ninja, he did come out and say he was diagnosed with skin cancer, which is unfortunate. But the good news is they did catch it early, and he is obviously still in shock because even it's something like skin cancer, you hear cancer and you don't want to fuck with that. You want to get that as soon as you can. And I guess they caught it early. He had a melanoma. He gets routine checks of moles, which is probably a good thing. And that's why this is a big story. He wants to encourage people to, get themselves checked, take care of themselves, make sure you try to catch this stuff early so you don't have to go through a whole lot of hell later on. And with something like skin cancer, that is a bit easier than, something more internal. If it's external, you can tell if your mole's growing in a weird direction.
Yeah.
So it's an easy thing to look out for. But also, when you go outside, use sunscreen.
Yeah, if you're a gamer and you walk out into the sun, you are most likely going to die. So he is very lucky to be alive.
He's very lucky. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. This is what happens when gamers leave their houses. They're just going around getting skin cancer now. So be careful, gamers. The sun is out there.
And it's waiting for you.
It's waiting for you. Just like in that Mario level. It's going to attack you.
I don't think I'd ever go that far, but...
It might. It might.
Have you ever seen Chowder? Every time the sun rises, he's like, oh no, the sun is rising, and it comes out and starts attacking people.
And finally on our lineup, speaking of Twitch streamers, it seems that Twitch has targeted butt streams with the new rule banning content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time. It's best if you imagine Twitch's latest rules update being read by a downtrodden, barely present spokesperson. Content on Twitch is always evolving, they mutter, unable to recall how many versions of that statement they've composed before. And we want to make sure our rules work as intended and keep up with emerging behaviors. This behavior that emerged this time is streaming games on butts. That is, using one's posterior like a green screen, overlaying a gameplay feed on it, or just pointing a camera at your butt. If streaming Fortnite on your butt or watching other people stream Fortnite on their butts is something you enjoy, you'd better get your butt streaming in soon, because this one, emergent behavior Twitch isn't going to let continue. On Friday, content that focuses on intimate body parts for a prolonged period of time will not be allowed. Twitch has updated its sexual content guidelines with the new rule.
Oh no.
What do you think? I didn't know butt streaming was a thing. I think that's creative as hell.
I mean, I would watch.
Is that Morgan Pie?
It says...
recognize that butt anywhere.
It definitely says Morg Pie.
According to, yes, the image credit is Morgan Pie. Okay, I think this is creative. I wouldn't want to stream on my butt.
I would.
I would...
I would totally do it.
I'm sure... I'm just thinking, what if you're in the middle of like an important gaming moment and your butt itches and you're totally
Then you
messing
just
up your
itch.
feed? But then you're messing up your whole feed.
No,
You just
it's a green screen.
You scratching
Yeah.
a butt in game by scratching your butt? That would be so meta.
Use the Neuralink to scratch your ass.
Use a Neuralink to scratch your ass. Oh my god.
Technology.
But no, this one just kind of rendered me a little bit speechless. Because for one, how I like to put my butt in the seat when I'm streaming. I lean back, I get my controller out, and that's it. I'm done. I don't want to stand for 3 to 4 hours at a time, or 6 to 8 hours, depending on how long you stream, you know. Is she on her knees? Like, is she just standing there? She got a standing desk? What's going on there, butt streamers?
I mean, she could be on her knees.
She could be. Sounds more comfortable than standing for...
I mean, she's clearly standing. I recognize that position.
Though, admittedly, studies have shown standing desks are healthier for you than sitting, so maybe these butt streamers are just capitalizing on improving their health while playing games.
Yeah. Or they're just on the rear end of gaming.
I mean, I'd take a crack at it.
There's green screen on her butt.
Okay.
But streaming though, butt streaming.
That's quite a big screen to be playing.
Dude, I was saying that's like a 32-inch right there.
I'm just.
Does it come with surround sound?
It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder how they police something like that, though. 'Cause, I mean, I guess if there's obviously like a butt on the
spread.
No.
Wait. So if you play on split screen, do you get one?
Be one on each cheek.
One cheek each.
So, butt streaming. I thought it'd be the future, but Twitch said no. So I guess you'll just have to try it on Kick.
Okay, so I get it. Somebody does something cool, like blows a whistle, and everybody's all about it, but you show your ass to play video games on it.
I mean,
and everybody's concerned now.
But it's not like a naked butt. She's clearly...
Oh, that's a naked butt.
No, she's
just
got
green screen.
She's got pants.
It hugs straight up to the ass cheek line. You can see the
Obviously,
thickness of the thighs.
Obviously, you've never seen Morgan Pie. So.
Oh, fair. Touche. I've not seen. I'm not familiar with this. I just followed her today. She was playing like Fallout 4 or something, and she looked like she was having a good time.
So did the 4,000 followers.
So I mean, I guess I don't know what to say about butt streaming. I guess just don't do it on Twitch. Try it on Kick or on other spicy content pages.
But do it, conservatively.
Conservatively. Here's my what do you? I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know. No comment. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in this article here about it. Oh, here she is. All right, she's got a statement in anticipation of it's happening Friday. I guess when is it happening? When's it going to effect? Anyway,
it's already in effect.
Oh, fair enough. It says, in anticipation with Friday's TOS change, butt streaming pioneer Morgpie is currently streaming with camera positioned under a transparent chair.
Ooh.
I wish people would stop complaining about the ass and enjoy it until Friday, she said, cheerfully in response to a complaint in chat. For what the new meta will be after Friday, she says she doesn't know. Whenever it arrives, we can be sure we'll hear once again that content is always evolving. So God bless Morgpie for figuring out new ways that we can't stream.
Dude,
I applaud you.
I'm going to figure out the rest of the sites she goes to stream.
I mean, I'm sure you could follow her on her socials. I don't. She seems like a lovely girl, and if she likes video games, she's good in my book.
A couple solid places I can go. Like her butt.
I think that's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna rear end this episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast.
I will have you know your comments bounce.
So do the ass cheeks.
Right off. Bounce right off them.
Right off them cheeks. Does that? Well, if they pay for bits and cheer, does she clap her cheeks? Is that what?
I hope so.
Please. That
just wood.
Just one.
Wood.
Maybe don't stream on your intimate body parts. But that, I mean, again, she's a pioneer. I'm sure she's doing great for herself. I support this.
I say let her do it. I mean, if that's that's the worst she's going to do.
That's the money making right there. Shake what your
does
mama gave you.
If that's what does it for her.
Until next time.
Thank you for watching another episode of Ginger Force Apocalypse, the podcast. I am Britt Rochelle. You can contact me on any of my individual socials via brittrochelle.com. Don't be afraid to slide in my DMs. It might take me a day or two, but I will get back to you.
And I'm at Muffin Sincere here.
No, he's not.
Just head over to the Twitch page and you'll find all the other links via the link tree.
Woohoo! And we have, finally, Ginger Force Apocalypse podcast socials. Please follow us for musings and up-to-date thoughts and pictures of what's behind the scenes and what we think about...
Or what's on her behind.
GFAP! Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next game.
Let's put this all behind us now.
And above all else, stay peachy.
She did. In other news, Brittany is a nerd.
Get in there, developer.
Come on, HR.
HR.
HR refuses to be on camera.
Well, that's against HR policies. If you're a part of the podcast, you have to be in the podcast.
It's in my contract that I don't have to do this.
Well, see, regarding that contract, voided. Get your ass in here.
Nah.
You know what you signed. The blood pact was made.
All I'm gonna do is talk about how Fortnite isn't that bad. So.
Fortnite is the worst game to come to any console and PC.
No, it's not.
It is.
It is not.
It is.
It's not okay.
Fortnite is genius, especially their newest update, because they now have combined all of the Rocket League Gran Turismo racing games, all of the Rock Band, singing musical
Garbage.
games, Lego Minecraft,
Garbage.
and then the regular build and zero build Fortnite.
Garbage.
You're supposed to be on the camera when you say these things.
So,
Yes, come, be on camera so they can see how foolish you look when you say Fortnite's a good game.
I understand that story-wise, Fortnite is lax.
Fortnite used to be just a survival game.
It was, I remember that.
That is when it was at its peak.
I actually like that.
And now it does not have survival, and it is straight hot trash.
But it has great skins and characters.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
Yes, it
I'm just
does.
amused by the discourse.
I just got Artemis, and I'm super happy.
Good for you for playing a shitty game and getting a shitty skin.
Thank you.
I want those Artemis.
It will never be a good game. Never has.
I looked for 2 minutes, this is what I come back to?
Yes, a debate. It's not even a debate, it's a
Now,
straight
back
fact
to the
rant.
important things.
Back to the important thing. Fortnite's garbage. Don't play it.